Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for WFIN News 2 tonight at almost 6 o'clock. Almost. We're 30 minutes till 6. And let me just say, it has definitely been a wild day across our upstate. Um, we've even heard reports of different little power outages here and there, but I want to mention this right now. We just heard from someone, um, excuse me, for different reports here and there from the app Nextdoor, which is a community group that we have here in the upstate that many communities use. This was just last week during last week's winter storm. Someone said that the propane at Ace Hardware in Malden, they had propane, but about 5 to 6 people are in line, but most of them just left. But I will say, some areas are you're gonna have to be waiting. It just kind of depends, right? Of course, we've been following the deaths that have been related from this. You can see on your screen our very own radar. You can see the radar center, weather center here, excuse me, showing still extreme cold right across Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson, Asheville, Gaffney. We're seeing almost 19 degrees in Greer. Now that's not the feels like. Trust me, the feels like getting even colder, right? We've been watching this all afternoon long and continued reports. We're feeling just different things across here and there across the upstate. If you want to really know how low we are feeling, let's just look. Let's just think about it. Okay, so we're currently with the temperature. I have heard reports, excuse me, of the feels like temperature being about 7 degree, -7 in Asheville. Okay, that is just only an hour and a half from here. Asheville area, they are feeling like almost -7, but models here and there off and on showing that this snow is completely out of our area about 11 o'clock and covering most of the coast of North Carolina, and of course those storms off coast of North Carolina. Let's take a look now at our Skycam network. As we were looking at a minute ago, we were wondering what was going on. This is a look at I-85 northbound. I'm sorry, I-85 northbound, or excuse me, the area we were actually following a crash. It appears to be a crash in Roebuck. We're actually getting a Skycam on that one. Well, can't really tell it from this angle because I guess it's further down. This is a look at I-26 eastbound. That's at mile marker 21. Looking pretty nice. Now we want to urge you, please stay off of those roads unless you just have to be on the roads, right? You can see from different angles of our upstate how bad they are getting, right? We've had roads, slides, we've had so much, and it's just important that you stay off those roads unless you just have to be on the roads. We're going to take you to our other sky cams across the upstate. We're actually here and there across the upstate of how we've been watching all of this weather from on your screen in just a moment. Fountain Inn, 385 southbound, pretty much pretty much dry, right? I-3 or not dry, I'm sorry. Pretty like dry as in nobody's on the road, right? I-385, nobody is pretty much on that road. This is the exit to Malden, right around this exit to Malden, both on your screen with our Skycam network. Both showing there's one, the right side, well, actually, the right side is looking more. The right side is going towards Fountain Inn, or going into Fountain Inn off 385. There's some slow traffic if we have any at all. This is a look at I-385 right there, just 2 cameras away, right? Just a couple cameras away, just like literally 3 cameras, 3 cameras away. You can see drivers are taking it slow. We urge you, please take it slow. If you're around these areas, please take it slow, okay? We are, of course, been tracking this all day long. If you've been with us all day long, you've been noticing we have been off and on live streaming all day. There's a reason for that. We want to keep you as safe as we can, right? So, if you guys would just tune in, share this video, we really appreciate it. But, other than that, looking dry. Or dry as snow's not really coming down much anymore. You may see a few hit or miss flurries. Of course, that's expected. So of course, make sure, and of course, when we get those wind gusts, those gusts can be pretty strong, right? Substantial wind gusts of about 10 to 15 miles an hour across. For example, that's what causing all the lot of ice and snow blowing. Here's a look. If you want to download our app, we encourage you to download our app right now. If you don't have it, we really encourage you to do that because sometimes we have events with breaking news where we need to alert you first and faster. And if you don't have that app, it's harder for us to do that. I mean, sometimes we don't even have to make a video on YouTube about it. We just, all we have to do is send it out to the app. But, so, if you, so make sure you download that. That QR code is on your screen. We really appreciate that, and it makes it so much easier for you to get the news and weather we deliver 2 times faster. So we have 8 devices opted in for this for our notification. So make sure that you, if you can, please make sure you see it and open it up. Of course, we ask for that as well. Alrighty, so let's take a look now at our e-learning closings. We have been watching this all day long. Who all will be e-learning? This list has been updated all day long. As of right now, we are still, Abbeville County has taken their list down, okay? Actually, we just now found that out just minutes ago. The Abbeville County Schools is completely removed off the board. I'm not really sure why. Of course, Greenwood County Schools now wear shoals, so they are also e-learning. They are also e-learning Monday as well. So, if you are in these conditions, we urge you to please be careful. So, we do know e-learning for Greenwood, Ware Shoals, Lawrence, and then, of course, Clemson University. But if you have our mobile app, all you have to do is open up that app, and it will show you exactly just it'll have, of course, on the bottom of your screen, it'll have the little ticker. If you go to our closings department, on there it'll have the little bottom, the little ticker on the closings page. It's next to traffic, and of course it will say school closings, and then you'll see a little ticker that has Clemson University. Of course, Abbeville County Schools is not on that list anymore. So, of course, um, we are going to continue to keep you up to date. Ware Shoals, obviously, we did announce. So if you have that app, we greatly appreciate um, if you download that. If you don't have it, Ware Shoals and Park Quote state the snow is beautiful, but conditions require us to move to an e-learning day on February 2nd, which is Monday. So, according to other school districts, of course, that list is not fully up to date, but excuse me, it is up to date, but of course, subject to change. As soon as we find out more information on schools closings in our area, of course, we will let you know at this time. Let's take a look right now at our Fountain Inn Church closings. Okay, we have been following, since we are a station here in Fountain Inn, South Carolina, we've been following the closings across Fountain Inn. So, of course, we know to businesses and churches, only right now we know of the closings for businesses and churches in Fountain Inn. We're, of course, going to give you one more quick check because there are currently 402 closings. All of those are not listed on our website. They are listed on wyff4.com/weather/closings. So as of right now, churches and businesses across Fountain Inn are now updated. Of course, we have to update our list. As of earlier this afternoon, Fountain Inn First Baptist Church was closed tomorrow, as well as Mount Zion Baptist Church in Fountain Inn was also closed tomorrow as well. But we also do know Bethany Baptist Church in Fountain Inn tomorrow as well, and Beulah Baptist Church. We also do know that Fountain Inn Presbyterian and Trinity United Methodist are all closed tomorrow. Of course, we'll give you that full list when we come back from break. We'll be right back. We're back. Thank you for joining us. We are still continuing following our full church closings and business closings for Fountain Inn, South Carolina. Of course, we have the full list. Here we are. We're looking right now at Fountain Inn First Baptist Church is closed tomorrow, as well as Mount Zion Baptist, Bethany Baptist Church, Beulah Baptist Church, Fountain Inn Presbyterian Church, and Fountain Inn United Methodist are all closed tomorrow. Of course, if you, for some reason, if you want to get your business on or your business or church to our closing list, you can do it for free, without having to submit any, or without having to get an account or do anything like that. We'll of course have that email for you later up in our broadcast, but let's take a look now at our split, or we call it our dual sky cams, as we are watching. As you know, it's quite that night. We have all the snow, we have all the fun things. Not looking nice outside. We're about 20 degrees, 27. It's just kind of here and there. Um, so you kind of, wherever you go, you kind of feel that kind of feel that it's here and there. You might feel a bit colder across. Drivers are taking it slow, um, which is such a blessing. So make sure you um take it slow as well, because we need drivers to take it slow on the roads today. We seriously ask that you do that, because they can get bad. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. The roads will, and they can and they will get bad. So we ask that you please, if you're on the roads today or tonight, of course tonight it's supposed to get to sub zero temperatures, and not just that. Um, of course not just that, but of course we ask that you keep on keeping us on your radar if you are able to. Um, excuse me, if you are able to keep us up on your records, if you're able to keep us up live, that would be such amazing. We really appreciate you, because we are doing our best to give you what we know right now. So right now we're obviously watching the snow, all it rolling in, whatever we're gonna see. We're watching it now, right? Now, of course, we are still following the e-learning schedules for districts across the area. We're looking at Ware Shoals, Greenwood, Laurens, and of course that is subject to change. Um, it is subject to change. So make sure if you are in any of those districts, um, you make sure that you know, hey, you won't have school unless for some reason they change, which subject to change, like is on the bottom of that screen. It does strictly say subject to change, because subject is to change. It will change in a heartbeat. Of course, we of course had we had Abbeville County Schools on the list earlier, and of course they got moved off. I guess they decided the inclement weather team, it was okay. Um, so I mean it varies by county, county by county. Of course, we will of course be keeping you up to date as we continue to follow the storms. Um, as it moves out of our. Well, we are covering the Carolinas today, as we are, or excuse me, in the community today, as we are still following all this ice, the snow, all the great and dandy things. We're in the community today. If you've seen some of our videos, we of course have been out and about making sure that you are safe, as well as our viewers, and so much more people are safe. Of course, we will have the full list on our website later today. Well, thank you for watching this short 20 minutes of WFIN. Um, two closings and delays, and of course, all that stuff. We will, of course, be giving you the latest all through the night. Of course, if you stay with us, check out our YouTube Shorts page, and of course, our videos page of WFIN's YouTube channel, because not just that, but we'll be covering doing our best to keep you safe, because it's definitely something to watch. It's like